Hey, so I was out with a friend last night who I've known for about 10 years, and she had a question about a recent relationship she was in that just ended that I thought you'd find really valuable. So her situation was she was dating this guy for about a couple months, and he decided to end things last week with her. And how it went down is they were in a car, and he said, listen, I was in a relationship recently, and I'm not ready to jump into another one yet. I'm not ready to commit to somebody. However, I do think you are a lovely girl, and I'd love to continue to hang out with you and be your friend. Now, they parted ways at that point, and it sucks for her because she wanted to move in the direction it was going in. She wouldn't have loved for it to turn into a relationship. And for him to pull the plug and redefine the relationship at that point hurt. So recently, after the breakup, he started contacting her again and saying things like, hey, let's hang out, and wanting to hang out with her as a friend. So her question was, should I hang out with this guy as a friend? Is it okay to do that? And the question I have for you, if you are asking that question, if you've ever been in that situation, you're asking that question, is do you really want to be this guy's friend? Is the redefinition of the relationship something that you are on board with? Or is the friendship merely a Trojan horse that you're using to get closer to his heart, where you have an agenda and you're hoping that possibly he starts wanting you to be his girlfriend and has a change of heart? Now, if it's the second, you can't do it. And the reason why is because even though it may seem that you're being compassionate and you're being understanding of his current emotional state, if you don't really want and don't agree with the redefinition of the relationship as a friend, he will intuitively be able to pick up on that when you're hanging out with him. And what happens in that moment is he will lose respect for you. He will lose respect for you because rather than you holding true to your values, to what you want, you have collapsed those for the sake of the hope that the two of you will be together. And so your value evaporates right alongside with your boundaries. He doesn't respect you anymore, and it's nearly impossible for him to be attracted to you at that point. And if you go down that road, it's probably going to end messy, and it's probably going to end in a way where it's not clean and it's not amicable like it was. The other option is this: you cut ties with him completely. And you say to him something to the effect of, hey, listen, I understand that you don't want a relationship right now, and I do. So I'm not going to be able to be your friend. I have enough friends as it is, and I can barely juggle all of those. So it was a pleasure getting to know you, but it's best that we do part ways at this point. And then she cuts contact, or you cut contact completely and immediately. Now, what this does is it has two effects on a man. One, immediately the guy's going to respect you. He might not like it, he might feel that pang of loss, it might upset him emotionally, but he will respect you because you are valuing your heart and you are valuing what you want more than him, and that's respectable. Two, if he's on the fence, okay? If he's on the fence and he is just confused emotionally and he's not sure what he wants, so he's thinking it would be fair to tell you, hey, listen, I don't think we should continue this anymore because he needs to sort things out. This might just be the kick in the ass that he needs to get off the fence and see you for what you're worth. So rather than looking at this breakup or this redefinition that he's putting forth as something that's bad, it's actually an opportunity, because only in the face of rejection do we ever really get to truly see who someone is. We get to see how strong they are and how they handle it. Do they crumble and collapse their values, or do they hold true with conviction? So in a lot of ways, by her holding true and being able to walk away powerfully, he gets to see a side of her that he's never seen before. And that side of her could be exactly what he needs to see in order to be attracted to her, in order to not take her for granted, and to see her as girlfriend material, somebody that he can trust and rely on because she upholds her own internal integrity. Okay? So if you're in the situation, draw clear boundaries and hold true to them, right? And that doesn't mean that you have to be aggressive about it. It doesn't mean that you have to come forth and be really intense. A lot of times when people think of drawing boundaries, what I've seen is they end up being overly aggressive. And a lot of times that aggression is just a compensation for a lack of belief in yourself or a lack of belief of your values. So it can just be stated matter of fact and clear cut without any type of apology, because you have a right to want what you want and it doesn't have to affect anybody else. So that's how to handle that situation. And I'd love to hear your feedback. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have another perspective that you think you'd like to bring to the table, please post below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to speaking with you in the future.